सर 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 यो सर सर यो जाने दो मेरे को। मैडम प्लीज मैडम राइट साइड मैडम मैडम प्लीज इकडे इकडे ना फोटो ये ना इकडे ये बाइक क्लियर हो ना। हां इकडे मैडम राइट साइड लोग ये राइट साइड मैम इधर देखिए मैम यहां पे मैम लोग इधर राइट साइड में मैम मैम
थोड़ा पीछे
चमड़ा जी चमड़ा जी मैम ये मैडम चमड़ा जी मैम यहां पे पीछे मैम चमड़ा जी चमड़ा जी मैम या मैम या मैम मैम एक साथ में आई। अरे यार रुक ना पागल क्या तू फोटो करवा रहा हो हम लोग क्या करें फिर तू देख रहे हैं सर इधर सर लुक सेंटर सर राइट में सर राइट में सर के सामने
हो गया 1 मिनट होगा।
Listened, if only someone had reached out, believed in me, and cleared my doubt, I would have won. She was 17 when she died. Richa, my baby sister, and was the most amazing girl you would have ever met. She was outgoing, loving, caring. You would never dream that she would do this to herself. She was not just my sister, she was my best friend. All I have now is a big black hole where my heart was. Because my little sister is gone. I won't be able to see her anymore. No more trips to the mall, no more smiles, hugs, late night, movies, nothing. It's all gone. Richa's gone. Every 3 seconds, globally, someone somewhere attempts suicide. And every 40 seconds, someone succeeds. In fact, what hit me the hardest was the stats, the statistics. It is frightening to think that we lose so many lives to something as futile as suicide. 1 out of these 3 suicides is happening in India. Every year, 8 lakh people die of suicide world over, and 1,35,000 are Indians. For every reported suicide attempt, there are 25 which go unreported. Unfortunately, India is the suicide capital of the world. This is not a book, at least not for me. It's an initiative. It's an initiative that is long overdue, that has been long overdue. Because death is not the answer.
existence is gratitude to Dr. Anjali, and here I would share my story in short. I can speak about my journey today only because my family who took me to Dr. Anjali Chhabria. They took me at a time when I had already tried to kill myself more than 20 times because of a failed relationship, thinking my problems would be over once I'm there. My doctor at this hour was not only my friend, accepted me as I was, lending me an ear to everything I said. Dr. Anjali did not give up on me, though others called me names like drug addict, वगैरह वगैरह. My sincere gratitude to my elder sister and her friend who introduced me to Nichiren Daishonin's Buddhism, which made me believe in myself through chanting Namyo Renge-kyo and reading Dr. Daisaku Ikeda's books on all topics related to life. So I had psychiatric medicine for my mind and chanted Namyo Renge-kyo for my soul. People in the secular world are ashamed to go to a doctor because they think it's only for mad people, and they try to keep it under wraps, thinking all would be fine out. He was a wonderful father to my kids and a wonderful husband. He came in my life like a Buddha and made me believe in myself, and I bounced back to life stronger than ever before. Within a year, I was off medicines completely. In just 4.5 years of marriage, I lost my husband. When I was doing his last rites, I asked two questions to myself. Am I strong or I'm pretending to be strong? I realized that time I was really in 4.5 years I had actually become strong. So, I did all his rites right and emerged even stronger and promised myself that I would relieve everyone who was going through suffering. And I made it my mission from 2006 to save people through practice of Buddhism, which is a way of life that helps people to believe in themselves. Today, I spread peace wherever I go. My parents, my brothers, and my whole family are really proud of me, and my children look up to me. My friends who had rejected me in the time of depression, because they thought maybe, some monetary help or something I would, take from them. So they had all left me behind. And I was all alone. But, I could actually fight my battle all alone. Believing that, yes, I will not allow any other person to commit suicide or get depressed, like how I was. Because I realized how important it is to be alive. So I wanted to see the joy of being alive and to, like everyone also sitting here or anyone who's going through, if at all you all have any issue or anything, please, tell your close friend or anyone whom you trust, but never would feel down, So my friends who rejected me in the time of depression are trying to be my friends now. And I have accepted them as they are. I'm running my business of food and events where people trust me. My heartfelt desire is to help each and every family through my experience and make them see the joy of being alive. I urge to each one of you to be fearless and courageous and seek help by talking about your issue to a close one and address the situation immediately and spread peace around just as I did. My gratitude to Dr. Anjali for giving me a new life, my mentor for making me strong through his books, and everyone else for helping me to cross the sea of suffering. Thank you so much.
It's not easy to have the only image of your birth mother burning herself. Watching someone go up in flames, I can still feel her scream, her burning smell, which left me sleepless most nights. I couldn't even spell that at 3.5. I didn't even know what was happening around me. But ever since that day, seeds of insecurity started to manifest. I replayed that memory over and over and over again in my mind. Initially, I just wanted to dive in the fire and just wish I killed myself at that point of time. If I had ended my life then, I know that I wouldn't have felt the pain, the agony, the hardships that followed later on. The feeling of your own mother abandoning you, the one who gave birth to you, a mother who's supposed to protect you, but just left you in this world. For the longest time, I blamed myself. I thought she committed suicide because of me. I thought I had done something and I just lay helpless. There have been numerous times I've cut myself, I've hurt myself, just so that the feeling inside wouldn't be numb, so I could feel something else. Where I wish ending my life was the only hope. I couldn't forgive her. I couldn't forgive myself. Self-loathing began to creep in, and bit by bit it started engulfing me. I gave in to my fears. I believed I was not good enough. I believed I was the curse, and everything I touched would be destroyed. It took me constant self-talk day in and day out, with every conscious breath not to be pessimistic. I still have my bad days, but most days are good. That's what's important, right? I went through a lot of therapy. And finally, I realize now that it was never about me, it was about her. And to this day, I feel so bad that the fact in this whole world she had no one to talk to, no one could help her. I now understand that I cannot change the past or worry about the future. The only present moment is here and it's now. You're not your mistakes, you're not your problems. You're not your past. You have the power to make your wounds into wisdom. Don't ever let the past define you. You can heal, you're not alone. Just remember, nothing and no one in this world is worth your life. Your life is your own. You are here for a reason. Death will come when it needs to. Till then, live for yourself. You're a masterpiece in the making. Your color is needed in this world. Don't ever forget that.
Dr. Chabaria, Dr. Shetty, guests and friends. When Dr. Chabaria suggested that I speak to all of you on suicide, so from my point of view, when I look at our society and look at the problems that are serious but underappreciated, then suicide will be one of the important area that we genuinely don't know its implication and its impact on the society. Almost 1/3 of the suicide in the world are committed in India. And it's a death that we can prevent or we can avoid. And as I heard Natasha say before me, is that nothing is worth giving your life. So it's important for the message that Dr. Chabaria wants to reach out to public, also all of us, is that suicide is not the solution, it's not the answer. And if you read the book, I think she articulates very well many situations in which people attempt suicide, financial difficulty, failure in love, failure in a relationship, exams, and many situations where people are unable to cope with the pressure on which they are unable to find solution to, where if we can help them understand that if they talk to people, because under stress people end up taking very highly emotional decisions without any rational approach as well as logic. So if we can reach out to these people and help them understand, and I think book helps you look at issue in that perspective, that there are solutions and there are alternatives that we don't consider, or the patient or the person who's attempting suicide doesn't consider. And if he's counseled, if he's able to reach out to people. So I actually have been discussing with Dr. Chabaria about helpline, suicide helpline, maybe for a long time. And that hasn't happened, but I think a much more specific actionable agenda that she's been able to work with is to give an instrument to both practitioners and also to the patients and to society at large. How can we work towards addressing this major problem that we have in the society? So I would encourage and I would wish that this book is available to all the general practitioners. It's available in all the libraries, and also we are able to reach this message out to as many people so that people can benefit from many years of experience of helping patients, not only with this disease but many other diseases. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Sangvi. Thank you so much. Okay.
Friends, it's very heartening to see all of you in such large numbers here. I think it's a testimony to Anjali's great popularity, but I also think it is because all of us do realize that the topic of this book, death is not the answer, is something that we need to take really, really seriously. Death is not the answer is not a self-help book, but I think it is a book whose time has come, and it will be very invaluable to talk about it, to share it. I really applaud the courage of the speakers before me to share what has been a personal journey of trauma and then celebration. And I'm so deeply moved by it that I think that we really need no more except to salute you and your spirit, and thank you very, very much, both of you, and also Shefali, who was here. The first time I encountered suicide was when I was in the 9th standard, and I'll read you a little bit from it. She stopped at the yet-to-be-completed building, walked up 14 floors, then made her way to the terrace. She counted the steps to the edge of the building, looked down at the minuscule people going about their daily chores, and then climbed down. The next day she repeated the exercise. On the third day, she jumped to her death. She was my classmate, bright, intelligent, vivacious. The school was stunned into silence. Then the gossip mill started doing the rounds. She was a lesbian, and that explained her suicide. Till this day, I have no idea whether that conjecture was true or not. But even if she was, so what? The cruel fact is that at the age of 14, she had no one to guide her or talk her out of the darkness she felt engulfed by. Suicide fundamentally is an escape from an unbearable situation that is ironically a self-protective move, writes Dr. Anjali Chhabria. Self-protective, if only. If only. Be it a broken heart, insecurity, failure in an examination, financial constraints, rejection from a friend, standing atop a building and jumping to your death should not be the way out. There is help, seek it. This is the message which not just the youth but all individuals who are vulnerable need to understand. Yes, life will not pan out the way we imagine it will, and there will be times when we may not be in a mental condition to make the best decisions for ourselves. It is especially at times like this that we need to reach out to those who can help us rethink and reconsider. There is always another option. It has been said here before that in our society there is this unspoken fear that the minute you talk about a mental illness, people will look at you as mad and they will make fun of you, they will deride you, which is why people do not treat mental illness in the same way that you would a physical illness. You would, if you had a heart problem, you would go to the doctor. If you had a headache, you would go to the doctor. So why, when it is a physical, when it is a mental illness, do we worry about it so much? This book is an attempt to make us understand that there should be absolutely no shame attached to it. And one of the things that Anjali told me that came as a real surprise to me was when I said that, how do we recognize that somebody is sort of has a tendency to commit suicide? And she said they talk about it. And that came as a huge surprise to me because you know how we are. If somebody talks about suicide, we say, "Itna drama kar rahi, aise thodi koi baat karta hai." She would commit suicide. Now that is the wrongest thing. You have to pick up that signal. If somebody talks about suicide, that person needs help. This is something that we should all realize. In recent times, it's been said a lot that there are so many actors who are committing suicide. What is the reason for this? There's much speculation. There's always some TV actress that you hear about and then you say, oh, she had a boyfriend, there was a problem over there. Some kind of thing saying that, there must be some tendency because she is an actor, that there must be something mad. Recent times, Robin Williams actually, when he committed suicide, it came as such a shock because here was this person who had brought humor into their lives, whose sensitive portrayal in Dead Poets Society, you believe that he had life at his fingertips. I have my own understanding, and that's what I'd like to share with you. Acting is a very demanding profession. It demands that the actor remain in a state of perpetual emotional preparedness, ready to explode at the command, start sound, camera, action. Shot done, she is expected to effortlessly push back the emotional upheaval into storage and function normally. We are consistently asked to do the opposite of what civilized behavior asks us to do. Civilized behavior says control your emotions, don't show them. What does acting say? At the click of a button, emotion number 36, nikal ke aao, they finally go back to being completely normal. Oh, haste raho, and go back to life which is completely different. It has to take its toll. If you are a serious actor and if you are looking for your resources from life itself, these emotionally draining moments really take their toll on you. Inevitably, the residue of frequent emotional churning leaves its traces. No wonder actors are prone to be neurotic and highly strung. It is an adrenaline rush. Actors inhabit the world of the characters they play and willingly expose themselves to varied and demanding emotional roller coaster rides. This has many effects. The highs of success, the lows of failure. Coming under the glare of public scrutiny, all this often leads to anxiety and depression. Nobody believes this. An actor is supposed to be the epitome of confidence and positivity. Friends and family are often unable to understand this. Even small irritations start assuming the proportions of insurmountable obstacles. The more you struggle against it, the more tightly the depression holds you in its grip. At such times, you need professional help. Dr. Anjali Chhabria has equipped hundreds of vulnerable people with the ability to recognize symptoms of depression and find the strength to overcome feelings of hopelessness before it becomes too late. So, here's to Anjali Chhabria.
Thank you, Shabalaji. Thank you so much.
I never knew that I could speak. Not prepared. Anyway, congratulations, Anjali. You've done a good job, but I don't think that is not the answer. That is the answer. Kyo? Death of ignorance, death of wrong image of yourself, death of your ego, and stupid ideas. Death of your ego. Ego means a wrong image about your own self. And people usually are not taught to love themselves. I don't know why. People should love themselves. I love myself every day in the morning, you must say, when you get up, at any age. We did say that to a little baby, and who's the little baby inside us? We have a little baby inside us too. I don't. अरे मैंने क्या देखा याद नहीं. I just left my thing in the car. Anyway, death here, what Anjali says, is not the answer means. You have to pay for what you've done. If I take a bank loan, I've got to pay. Simple. What is there in running away from things what you've done? In Hindi we were taught in childhood, हमें भागना नहीं है, हमें जागना है. जागना है means have the knowledge, jagna, jnana, the right knowledge, and bhagna means running away. And there's no point, that is not the answer, because मरकर भी नहीं हुआ तो फिर कहाँ जाएंगे? Then you've got to come back. You've got to pay again. And even in real life, if you do not understand a simple situation, it keeps on coming again and again. It keeps on. You've got to complete it. And life is full of. Actually, I think life is too. We take life too seriously. Life go. We have to learn to take life easy. It's like Shabana was talking about films and movies and scenes and roles. If you start feeling that we are just playing a role, and my driver is playing the role of a driver, and my wife is playing the role of in a woman's costume, and my cook is playing the role of a cook who cooks food. Everybody is a soul. The moment we think, we start understanding that we are a soul with a body, not a body with a soul. मेरे अंदर soul है नहीं. I, the soul, am carrying a body through which I express myself. Without the body, you cannot. So the moment you start realizing your originality of soul is what? Peace, love, happiness, knowledge, power. Those 7 qualities which everybody knows. If I am peace, I am love, and that is my original quality. So my job today, in this lifetime, is to go back to my original quality. जैसे आपको भगवान ने भेजा है, you go back. वो रागा चुनरी में दाग लिखा था ना किसी ने, वैसे क्यों दाग करके जाए? You got to go back to your original self. And the moment you understand that you are a soul and start believing it, you will start looking at the other person as a soul. A soul who has come to work and do his duty. Like I was playing Mazdoor in Mazdoor, Dilip Kumar was playing Mazdoor and I was playing his boss. So Dilip Sahab has not become my Mazdoor. As soon as the director says cut, ठीक है, yes sir, आप चाय पियेंगे, बैठिए sir, I say. But at that time he's playing the role. But originally he is Dilip Sahab or Cooley, Amitabh, whatever. So in the same thing, if you follow her in real life, the Mera Cook hai, he is playing the role. Both of us are souls. But we have got to understand that the other person is also soul. I am a soul that day. This death is not the answer of happiness. Thank you so much.
If I was all that. It's my interest in, I think, a very effective form of meditation called Vipassana that she and I have discussed for many, many years. That she felt I would say something, share something in the book. I think the previous speakers have covered a lot of ground. All that I would say is, while death is not the answer, the book is an answer to many, many situations. So the death probably is a daunting word. The reality is, as Shabana ji said, that actors, they go through a lot of stresses. But I think modern life is making an actor out of everyone. Playing that many so many roles out there. And while on the one hand, it's a liberated society where you are encouraged to be yourself, but we do recognize that we forget how to be independent and ourselves and get started playing roles, whether it's a teenager, whether it's a yuppie or whatnot. I just pick up 2 themes. One is ignorance, second is helplessness. That's what drives us to do anything. And I think it's a duty for all of us, encouraged by the bold, imaginative and thorough professional approach that Anjali has taken in writing this book and addressing a very important question not often discussed in society. Then what do we do to create a sense of help being available? So when Dilip Bhai said about helpline, I'm totally with him. That only if we can create helplines of all kinds, that help is easily available, a lot of people will be more fulfilled. And as to ignorance, as Oberoi Sahib said, that you know who you are. I think a lot is being done today's times with all the kinds of spiritual channels and whatnot. And I can only share one thing, that I have a vision. I'm involved with a schools project, and we're trying to bring about a change in the civic environment through citizenship education. But that's just the beginning, and because you know nobody ever taught us citizenship. What does a good citizen mean, and so on. But I'm not here to talk about it. We are building this anchor in the schools, really eventually to lead to scientific spirituality. Why it is not taught in schools? Why are we so afraid to deal with that? In the fear that there will be this religion, this may be a Sangh agenda, it may be somebody else's agenda. We're talking about the reality of ourselves. So I think you started a movement, I can only say actually. More power to you. And you have probably invoked and evoked in all of us, all those who really care about society and fellow beings, to do what we can. Dilip Bhai, I am with you. Thank you very much. All the best.
Miss Wahida Rahman, can we have a huge round of applause for her, everyone? Please, please, please. Shabana ji. Mr. Rohra, please, if you join us. Everyone, all the guests here. Mr. Sangvi. Mr. Bhansali, sir, please. If you could please join us up on the stage.
नीचे बैठ जा।
Dr. Shetty, Dr. Shetty, Dr. Shetty, Dr. Shetty. Dr. Shetty, please.
मोबाइल मोबाइल दूर नीचे प्लीज। स्टेट 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 अरे स्किल ए स्किल जापान अरे स्किल स्टेट ये विकेश वेट कैन
मिस नीतू घोष एंड मिस नताशा, क्या आप दोनों अब आ सकते हैं स्टेज में डॉक्टर छाबरिया के साथ एक फोटो आपके लिए प्लीज। नताशा जी आप भी आ जाएं, नीतू जी आप भी आ जाएं। First, I show a photo with the ladies, with the lovely ladies, Neetu and Natasha, right there. Photographer भाइयों. Alright, अगली हमारी जो इम्प्रॉम्प्टू स्पीकर मैं यहाँ पे बुलाने वाली हूँ डाइस पे, मैम आपके गाने गा गाकर मेरे को इतनी जॉय मिली है ना ऑल माई इंटायर लाइफ। अच्छा आप बोलने नहीं आए, कुछ तो बोल दो यार डॉक्टर छाबरिया के बारे में, किताब के बारे में। लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन मिस ईला आरोन, कैन वी हैव अ ह्यूज राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज फॉर हर। मुझे बहुत डांट पड़ती थी आपके गाने गाने में। निगोड़ी कैसी जवानी है।
Well, this is the answer which will save you from the death. आपको हमेशा जवान महसूस करना है, अपने आप को पहचानना, अपने आप का वो उम्फ जो है उसको आप पहचाने तो आप कई मतलब छतों पर नहीं जाएंगी, किसी के पास नहीं जाएंगी और जिंदगी को प्यार करेंगी। सबसे पहले मैं तो सिर्फ सुनना है कि जैसे कहते हैं हर घर कुछ कहता है, तो कहीं ना कहीं आपके घर में कुछ ऐसा होता है कि कभी कभी लगता है कि आप अपने लोगों को सुन नहीं पाते। मुझे 2 लाइन कहना है कि जब मुझे कहा गया कि डॉक्टर छाबरिया, मैंने इनको देखा बहुत कोमल, बहुत ही सीधी, इनकी आवाज़ भी मेरे कान तक नहीं पहुंच पाई। पहली बात, मैं अपने लिए नहीं गई थी, मैं जिंदगी को और मौत को दोनों को चुनौती देती हूँ। आई हैव लिव्ड द लाइफ इन फुलेस्ट। और मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ कि आपने आगे शेयर करा, पर आप जैसी छोटी छोटी बच्चियों ने ऐसा किया क्यों कि आप घबरा गए। सबसे पहली बात है, अभी हमने इप्सन फेस्टिवल किया था जिसमें कि डॉल्स हाउस में नौरा कहती है, जब उसका हस्बैंड उसके आगे आता है और कहता है कि तुम रुको, तो शी सेड लिसन, तुम माँ हो, तुम वाइफ हो, तो व्हाट शी सेज, नीदर आई एम मदर नॉर आई एम वाइफ, फर्स्ट आई एम अ ह्यूमन बीइंग। तो हर औरत को अपने अंदर का वो ह्यूमन बीइंग पहचानना है, अपने आप को अपने आप से प्यार करना है। एंड व्हाट आई लाइक अबाउट हर, डॉक्टर अंजलि जिनके लिए मुझे मौका मिल ही गया कि ये सुनती है। हमारे घर में कुछ ऐसा होता है, हम धारणा बना लेते हैं, हम प्रेजुडिस हो जाते हैं, हम एक जजमेंट पास कर देते हैं अपने बच्चों में, अपने जो भी कोई, अरे यार ये तो डिप्रेस रहती है, अरे यार अपने बारे में बात करती है। बट मैंने देखा कि इनमें एक पेशेंस है, इनमें एक इतनी कोमलता है, एक ऐसी सुनने की, वी ऑल हैव टू बिकम लिसनर लाइक अस, तो फिर हमारे बच्चों को छत पर जाने की जरूरत नहीं है। और अब ऑल निगोरी कैसी जगह में हम तो हॉल ऑफ फेम में पहुंच चुके हैं। एनीवे, निगोड़ी कैसी जवानी है, जो बात सुने ना मेरी निगोड़ी।
बहुत डांटा है मुझे मम्मी ने, बहुत डांटा है, इनके गाली थी मैं इतनी भी मैं मम्मी से, अच्छा घाघरो है, घाघरो घूमियो। Alright, on that note, Dr. Shabria, हम अपने डॉक्टर्स in the Indian Psychiatric Society, anger management, the addiction, depression treatment, violent behavior, anything, Dr. Shetty is the man to go. He writes a blog called Minds, Moods and Magic. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Harish Shetty.
When did you write this book? Because as and when we should talk to each other, you would always be busy with patients and totally different. Where is your husband? Mahesh? Where is he? He should be around.
Oh, he's there.
He's there. Mahesh, what did you do? You're not allowed to sleep at night. She's writing a book at night. What the hell did you write?
You're absolutely right. At times I have woken up at 3 a.m. At times I have slept at 3 a.m. And for the last 15 months, I think I've averaged a sleep of 4 hours a day.
You are speaking like Modi. You also say the same thing. मैं 4 घंटा सोता हूँ. But I think we are colleagues for a long time and we have shared our ups and downs. And the best part of this book is awesome. And it's not because I am your friend. It's absolutely awesome. What happens in this book when you read is, each one of us, we identify with one story. And the story helps us to awaken. Jagar, कहाँ पे वो? Where is he gone? सुरेश जी किधर गए? चले गए. And each incident, each story helps you to awaken your soul and stay alive. And that I think is the most important part of it. I would say that anybody who reads this book will find his or her story inside the book. Because all of us are prone to attempt suicide, all of us are prone to commit suicide. What do you say? Yeah. So why the hell did you call me here?
Because when we feel like that, we talk to each other. And of course, there's Dr. Majiswala here, there are some other psychiatrists at are they here?
Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Tarun is studying.
Dr.
Tarun is studying. Please put up your hand. We are all there for each other, and we also feel like this sometimes.
We have a meeting, say once a month, and we hop coffee shops. We only have coffee, and that we do at night. So she says, "उसने मेरा दिमाग खाया यार, क्या करूँ?" I mean, they are not you guys, that's somebody else. I say, where are the so we also have this sharing, and we are as vulnerable as you guys are. There's something we need to understand. What is the most beautiful part of this book is that you don't have to keep this book in your house in a drawer. You have to keep it in your drawing room. And anybody who comes to your house, don't talk about demonetization. It's over. Talk about this book. Now you don't know how to clap. I'll tell you why. More people die of suicide than dengue and malaria. Okay, when there's dengue, the BMC puts posters in your houses. Ek machhar, aadmi ko dengue bana de. But this is more dangerous than dengue and malaria. And that is something you need to understand. Shabana ji, more mothers die than actors of suicide. More mothers die than actors of suicide. And more students die than actors or actors of suicide. This is something which you open the pages of the book of a newspaper. What you see? A woman straps a child on her belly and walks into the sea. Have you heard this ever in your life? There's an epidemic of gloom outside, though there's so much joy inside this room. And this joy, I think, we need to spread. The most important thing is our government has ignored mental health big time. Australia has a mental health minister. We have a TB officer in BMC who looks after tuberculosis, and we do not have a mental health officer at all. We don't have a mental health commissioner. And one message, Anjali, we think we should tell them is when a close relative is not talking to you, is not accepting your calls, it could be because he or she is depressed. It's not his attitude, no, it's not his arrogance. And when somebody in your building or in your colony walks past you saying hello, it's not that he or she is lost. It could be depression. If somebody in your office is asking for a long time and he or she says that it's malaria or dengue, it could be a lie. It could be just depression. So, all of us need to be mental health soldiers, not mental health workers. What does a mental health soldier do? He or she does not wait. You know, once upon a time we used to play cricket. Our old players used to wait at the boundary for the ball to come. Aega utha ke fekhi. Kohli does not wait for the ball. They attack the ball. They just go to the ball. So what is very important, the message one needs to take from here is that this book has to be in the drawing room adjacent to the whiskey bottle. Away from the whiskey bottle. Away from the whiskey bottle. What is it? And the second message is, there is an epidemic of gloom. 1 out of 5 mothers are depressed. That is Lehman's study just now. So whenever you meet somebody, please ask for suicide. But it's not easy to do, Anjali. To start doing that now in the family, there will be trouble, no? But I think I'll tell you how to practice. That's not part of our narrative. Just stay to talk about it. नहीं ये सब नहीं पूछना ये सब पूछना नहीं चाहिए कुछ पूछे तो कर देगा. Best way is to practice in the morning to bring it in your narrative. How to do it? On the breakfast table, ask your spouse कुछ आत्महत्या के विचार तो नहीं है. Don't tell it's me, tell it's Anjali. You have to get that question in our narrative. Anybody who's down, please check for suicidal thoughts that does not provoke suicide, but that helps you to save life. And that I think is the most important message of this book. This book will be in your drawing room, next to the coffee, whatever it is. And I think what Shabana ji said and everybody said, would actually want to hear you also, ma'am, Vaida ji. And all the lovely stories, there's so much power in the human spirit, but sometimes the fuse can go wrong. And you can do nothing about it. Vipassana, yoga, anything you Anapana, Vipassana, कुछ नहीं हो सकती है. कोई समानता की भावना आ ही नहीं सकती जब यहाँ फ्रैक्चर हुआ है. और फ्रैक्चर हुआ है तो दिलीप संगीत जी का गोली का मार है. You always say that in polio, 2 बूंद जिंदगी की, in depression, 2 गोली जिंदगी की. Please do not feel ashamed to take any tablet. Please love to take tablet. And if you go to a psychiatrist, announce it to the world. कहाँ गए थे हम psychiatrist के पास. It's cool to go to a psychiatrist. My dear friends, you also be encountered by people who say that हम psychiatrist के पास गए थे और अचानक आएगा मुझे इतनी गोली मत खाओ. ये माइंड का मत खाओ. ये किसने दिया आपको? आप जब साइकियाट्रिस्ट का प्रेस्क्रिप्शन आप सब देखोगे कि हंसो, कांग्रेचुलेट करो, बहुत हिम्मत है आप गए सेकंड के बाद. गोली जरूर खाओ. कुछ तकलीफ है तो उनके पास फिर से जाके पूछो. Nobody plays around the pills of a cardiologist. क्योंकि फोटो लगेगी. Nobody plays with the pills of a cardiologist. चुपचाप लेते हैं. परंतु साइकियाट्रिस्ट हो या पॉलिटिक्स हो या क्रिकेट हो, सबका अपना अपना राय. 2000 की नोट क्यों ले आए? लाए तो लाए, हम क्या करें? लेके घूमना चाहिए. मैं तो नोट लेके घूम रहा हूँ.
This book is really wonderful. I don't keep it in my drawing room, but I keep it in my living room. And all the patients who come, they let us know. And really, this is what was needed. Kind of patients suicidal patients every day. And this is one of the wonderful thing. Prevent people to understand. What is happening is a person cries for help. He says certain things. He says I'm better be off dead. Just laugh at him. You don't need to say all this. You have to live. Somebody who is happening. He's crying. You don't understand. Children are using the talk. This should be there with each and every people, each and every house. Everybody should read it. Everybody should read it like they read the Quran. And I think that's how people speaking psychiatry and psychology, the community is most important. We are a handful of people, and only tip of the people come to us. There are very people.
Thank you so much. Dr. Marcus Mala is a reputed psychiatrist who has come all the way across the ceiling to be your hostel. Thank you so much. Tarun, please. Without jumping off the ceiling, yes. Dr. Tarun is another colleague. He has also contributed a chapter. Of course, he's my friend. वो हमने years चुके चल रहे 45 years है.
I don't mind revealing my age. I'm 53. And I just want to say thank you.
Dr. Chavre and I were discussing, because Dr. Chavre रोज मेरे शो पर होती है, she's talking to my listeners. We were discussing how to go about talking about the book on air. Dr. Chavre ने मुझे इतना कहा कि कुछ कॉन्टेस्ट मत कर, कुछ क्विज मत कर, कुछ ट्रिविया मत पूछ लिसनर से, बस मेक श्योर कि किताबें चली जाए लोगों के घर में. आई वांट किसी स्कूल में पहुंच गई है, कोई बच्चा लेके गया है, कोई मदर लेके गई है, उसने अपने बच्चों को पढ़ के सुनाए. दैट्स व्हाट शी टोल्ड मी अबाउट द बुक, एंड यू नो दैट्स व्हाट मेक्स दिस बुक सो इंपॉर्टेंट एंड टू टीच एवरीवन आल्सो. डॉक्टर चुक है डॉक्टर चुक वेटिंग फॉर यू. और डॉक्टर चुक के बारे में मैं बहुत कुछ बोलना चाहती हूं, बिकॉज़ डॉक्टर चुक इज वन ऑफ माय एब्सोल्यूट फेवरेट्स, इवन though we've never met. Hi. Now, Dr. Chuk, Dr. Sajid Chuk is a senior consultant neuropsychiatrist. He completed his MBBS and MD in psychiatry in 1991 and has been running his own private consultancy ever since. He's currently writing several columns in newspapers, magazines, he's on radio, he's on television. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Sajid Chuk!
Congratulations, Anjali. I have been working with Anjali for a long time, close to 6 years now. I know that it's been a very, very long emotional journey for her, but where I'm concerned, it's been a long physical journey. I was in LA yesterday. So LA to London, London to Delhi, I landed at 11. My wife gave me the option of flying to Mumbai directly from the airport. That would have led to trouble, so I said I'll go home and left, and the flight was an hour later. But I'm in good time. I've seen Anjali working a lot to give the book the shape that it has finally got. And being in the same profession, I have always felt that suicide leading to death is probably a solution in search of a problem. I mean, as the title says, death is not the answer. Because if death were to be the answer, I still do not know what the question is. Having dealt with a lot of people in the hundreds and the thousands over the last several years, people who have suicidal thoughts, suicidal intent, I try and focus on two aspects of his suicidal intent. As a hardcore scientist and as a biological psychiatrist, I know that if death is the answer, then the question is merely a thought which is generated by a virus inside the brain.
It can happen anywhere. Penguin called me up. I've had a lot of people calling me and saying that, ma'am, why don't you write a book? You write so many columns. And as a lot of friends over here, our first reaction is that no, I don't have time to write, which is true. We are doctors, actors, everybody is working 16 to 18 hours a day. We are just working to survive. And in that, to write a book. And when Gurveen called me the first time and she said that, Doctor, actually there's no book on suicide in our country. I said, what nonsense. I thought this was their ploy of getting me to write for them. I just told her, I said, let's talk after a few days. And I have all those who visited Mind Temple. I have a wonderful team over here. There are all these young girls who are standing behind, running around, And I just told them, I said, just look it up. And yes, 24 hours later, I realized that there is no Indian book on understanding suicide. And the next day when she called and she said, what have you thought? I said, yes, I'm going to do it. I have never written a book. All of you, in fact, my request to you is you will find lots of mistakes in the book. Every time you find a mistake, please tell me that there's a mistake and I will correct it for the next edition. But this 15 months has been a learning experience for me because it was also I think I'm touched by all your love. And I would like to call upon my parents here. Daddy, please come here. There is a chapter on economic hardships where I have spoken about him. As children, we went through economic hardships. I'm sure we all do. And I remember he would come and tell us that there's emergency in the house. So all that we understood was you're not supposed to spend too much money. But did we have less fun? Not at all. We went to the beach, we played with the sand. He spent every evening with us. All my friends know, Kshitija, where are you? He drove us for our exams. Kshitija, where are you? Yes, you remember him driving us for our exams. That Kshitija is a doctor, a big doctor who's standing behind there. Duru, my first friend of my life. Yes, I know her since I was 2 years old. On one message, all of you are here. I cannot even start taking names over here. Arpan, thank you so much. Arpan Behl he's been a director in the past. He is still doing fantastic work. In fact, he's willing to make a movie on suicide. We are looking for someone to sponsor us. Both of us are looking for that. And, Mom, please come here. This wonderful lady you see over here, she has lost her left eye 6 months ago. And every morning when I just go to meet her, what do I see? She is sitting and peeling vegetables and she is sitting. I said, "Kya karu, main meji saaf kar rahi hu." She goes for a yoga every day. She likes to go to the beach for a walk every day. So I owe it to both of you that I'm here, and this is your full family. My brother who's standing in the corner, Mahesh, where are you? Please put your hand up over there. Aruna, where are you? Where is Aruna? And where is my little Sufi, my baby, who's been trying to scream from here? Danma, where is she? Yes, she's right here. Rashi Archana Bittu, thank you so much. Oh, there she is. There's my little granddaughter who inspires me every day. My entire family of Mind Temple, each one of them has worked so hard. Ayushi's parents are here. Ayushi is the little girl who is studying abroad. Oh my God, she's worked so hard because every time, obviously I can't do this alone. You cannot write a book alone. In July, when I thought we had completed the book, I looked at it, I said, I'm not happy with it. I was on a holiday with my friends. They're all over there.
And the entire holiday, all I was doing was writing chapters, sending something here, sending something here. My entire team was sitting behind and working on it. This cannot happen alone. And I would like to thank each and every person over here, because all of you are here. And I think with this collective wealth, each one of you can reach out to so many people. There are so many principals. Yes, ma'am. All the principals, put your hands up in here. Oh, these are the rockstar principals. You know, when we were in school, our principals used to look so scary. And these principals are so hot. You know, I wonder what their kids do. Another school friend of mine, all my school friends are here with just a message. Rotary is here. I think all of you are represented here. And my dream is that the books have to reach every school, every college, so that in case someone is suicidal, the teacher feels that, okay, you know, come again, aja. I just want someone to say that, okay, there is a book that I can go and read. My medical friends are here. Where are my medical friends? Naseem. Yeah, oh yes, here you are here. My family. Mama, haath upar karo please. My entire Chhabria family. Asha Didi, Raju Didi, yes, here you are. You know, I've been married for 27 years. So of course my parents looked after me till I was 25. After that my mother-in-law took care of me. So all those who have met her would know that if you came home, you know, I was giving my exams and she said that, listen, if you don't study, your father's going to get very angry with me. So she would keep pushing me in the room to study, and I really miss her today, because I think today whatever I am is because of that lady who believed in me. Of course, she's always with me. And of course, there is my dear husband who has to bear the brunt of it all. Middle of the night, he sees the light on. What are you doing? Go to sleep. I said, you go to sleep now, what do you have to do with me? Then I sit in the bathroom and I do my work. What are you doing in the bathroom for 2 hours? You know, so this is really the story of my life. Riya, Aryan, where are you all? Aryan, of course, is not here, he's with us. Riya is gone. Riya, where are you? Okay, you're still here. She has a flight to, she's come here. She's actually risked her job and she's come here. She works with Bata. She makes footwear for Bata. Mr. Bata has flown over to India to meet the employee. She was supposed to meet him. She has left that and she's come here.
Now you're announcing it in front of everybody.
Yes. My personal psychiatrist, Seema, please put your hand up. Yesterday she's telling me, तुमने सबको thank you बोला, मेरा नाम नहीं लिखा. She is also, she's my closest friend. So if I have my friend, yes, all my friends. So I told her, I said I don't need to thank family and friends, and I'm sure I have not thanked so many people who are here. But I'm going to call upon another friend of mine here. Yes, madam. Come here. Who has specially taken a flight, and I don't know where all she's coming from.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Raveena Tandon.
Where did I come from? Oh, well, I was in Bangalore yesterday in the afternoon, then I took a 3 a.m. flight to Lucknow. I finished an event in Lucknow. I had a conference for principals. You'll be surprised and proud of me. I was actually giving gyan to principals this morning, Shabana ji. Can you imagine? And then I've taken this evening flight and I'm here, and very proud to be here and so happy, and congratulations. And I think this is a very, very important topic that we are all here to discuss and take this cause forward, and obviously with the headmaster here who will be cracking the whip and seeing to it that we all do it well. I don't want to take this moment away from you, so I want you to continue with what you're saying. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all the guests here, family, friends, well-wishers, members of the media, and of course my seniors, my colleagues, friends. I guess we all know we all gathered here for a certain cause, and that touches us all so deeply. It starts obviously with depression. Everyone has ups and downs in life, but there are different ways to deal with it. There are the stronger ones who deal with it, and there are ones who just collapse and scatter away and just let go of their lives. And that, I think, is something that can be prevented, can be helped, and not only through various means, but it also requires the the support of family, friends who realize that at that very sensitive hour, this person needs to be taken care of. I think this book is very important for everybody to read because it's not only a lesson on how to do, what to do, why to do, but it actually gives you a true meaning that why, and that death is actually not the answer. There's a full life ahead for you to live, stand up and walk again. And well, I've lived with that mantra through my life, through my ups and downs, picked up the pieces and put them together and walked again. And thankfully, with love and support of friends, of my family, that you know, they've always been a backbone. But there are some people who are not lucky enough. And so what do you do? So it's basically, as a celebrity, I would like to take this cause forward. I'd like to talk about it. When you hear the statistics from none other than the boss, you'll be really shocked to know that I think it's a very, very scary, and I'll leave all that for you to do. I don't want to jump into your this thing and start rattling off what we discussed. But most definitely as a celeb, I'd like to take this cause forward. I'd like to help people. This book also kind of gives you an insight on to recognize signs of people around you, that in case you notice someone who you can see is going towards the depression, going towards that. So it's very important for us to be vigilant, to be alert, and yes, carry the message forward. So as a celeb, I'd like to spread awareness about this, talk about it, make people aware, whether it's on social media or all the means that I have in my capacity to take this cause forward. I'd like to thank and congratulate Dr. Anjali Chhabria here for, it's not only just a book, I think it's a noble cause that you've taken ahead, and I wish you all the very success and all the very best, not only because you are what you are, but you're a wonderful person, you're beautiful inside out.
Thank you so much. Thank you to each one of you. Archana, Bittu, you all are here. Come. My dad wants to say something. He never talks.
I only want to say, God bless you.
Alright, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I, Sucharita, want to thank each and every one of you for being here today. Everyone, thank you so much for your time.